Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say that in the past, when slavery was over, all of the mixed races, they had to find where they could fit in. Whenever they would go to a town, they would stay by themselves. But then if a group of dark-skinned people moved into the neighborhood, they left because they didn't want them to identify them. Because an African American person, we can look at a person and we can tell if they're mixed or not. And in some cases, we can't tell. That's why we all are related, because it's not about the outside. You could look totally Anglo-Saxon or Caucasian and have African American lineage. You could be black as coal, as they say, and have German, Russian, British, or English, or other Asian, other bloodlines within your blood. So when the mixed race people didn't want to be identified, they disrupted the lives of dark-skinned races, scared them off. That's where these hate groups came into being, because Caucasian and Anglo-Saxon people, they're intelligent, they're smart, and African Americans and Africans, dark skin or light, are smart. When slavery ended, people wanted peace. Yeah, there was those who was resentful that they were abused in slavery and lost loved ones in slavery. There were those who wanted to continue being rich and powerful at the cost of slave labor. But most people in our country, they minded their own business. African Americans were in their communities, and Caucasian or Anglo-Saxons were in their communities. African Americans, and they committed less crimes than the other races did. So people started being jealous of that and started bringing crime into their towns or cities. I mean, everyone knows about guns and stuff like that. Most people, African American people, wouldn't just go to a Caucasian's house. From the days of segregation to the beginning of desegregation, they wouldn't just go into someone's house to steal from them. I mean, there are those who can be bold, and when they sense or see nobody's home, if they are a thief, they will break in no matter what your race is. If you see an opportunity to steal something, hoping nobody see you, or break in or be slick or clever to get it, you're going to do it. Because it's in your nature to be a thief. It's in your DNA from your ancestors. But you'll reap what you sow. You'll lose. Stuff that belonged to you will be lost, stolen, or damaged. Or broken. That's when you'll realize that you're not getting anywhere stealing, because something of greater value will be stolen or lost, broken, or damaged that belongs to you. But all these hate groups have been started by people who wanted to not be identified as having African American blood in their veins. They started those hate groups. They were running out the African Americans, scaring them. It wasn't the average Anglo-Saxon or Caucasian. It was those mixed race people that looked, when you look at them, they look Caucasian or Anglo-Saxon. But then if you look carefully, you will see that they are not all. You can't go by hair, because, I mean, hair, you can't go by hair. So, all of you people who are in hate groups, I don't care what race you are, You're copycatting somebody else. And when it all boils down to it, it's not African Americans, it's not Caucasian or Anglo-Saxon. It's mostly people who are mixed to hate that they have that bloodline, African bloodline. They hate the thought of when they see the average African American person with big nose, big lips, dark skin, kinky hair, body shape look different, big booties, or well endowed, or their hands and feet and where they legs shape or head shape. They hate the fact that they are related by blood to them. Many mixed race women and men, they don't want no dark children, so they would go and impregnate or become pregnant by Caucasian, Anglo-Saxon, Germans, Jews, anybody but pure D Negro, because they want their children to appear more Anglo-Saxon, Caucasian, so-called white. The man could be old, ugly, rich or poor. If they want the children to be paler, they will get impregnated. So be aware. And they try to hide it. But then when one of the children come up looking too dark, they either get rid of it or they give it away. Sometimes they even abandon them, hoping we'll abandon them and somebody else finds them. A lot of these mixed race people are the number one clients at the sperm donors, sperm banks. And they are dark-skinned people, men and women, who don't want dark children. Because in their hearts they're saying, my children will have a better life if they're light-skinned. Or they just feel like that's what they want. And a lot of Jews are targeted because many people know that Jewish people have something that appears that they are blessed, prosperous, and rich. Or things just appear to go their way. So a lot of people who realize this, they go and get impregnated by Jewish men and women or receive their sperm, if they know that. So be aware, everyone. Let's stop all of this hate, because it has a root, and that's where the whole root started. It wasn't dark-skinned African-American people. It wasn't pale-skinned Caucasian or Anglo-Saxons in our country, whether they were German or Norwegian or Polish or Swedish or Spanish, red hair, blue eye and pale skin, or even that blonde hair Spanish with blue or green eyes, or etc. It was people who, even today, they wanted to pass for anything but pure D Negro. So for all you mixed race people out there, y'all started this hatred. Y'all started all this hate, and then you sit back and you laugh and feel good that the blacks are blaming the Caucasians are blaming the blacks. You got them hating each other. Y'all are the ones who the cursed ones. And this hate needs to stop. So everyone that's in a hate group, check yourself and say, why am I hating? I'm more intelligent, more smarter than this. I don't look at people's skin color and just hate them. I can't get rid of all of them. Everywhere I go, I'm going to see them, and the African blood is in veins of many races, maybe even your own. So y'all need to stop all this hating. It's time for a new earth, a new earth phase. A lot of people in Europe, I'm not saying everybody in Europe, they know that it's wrong to judge a person by the skin color. Judge their character. They don't be looking at people's skin and go, ooh, it's a black coming in here. Ooh, it's a white coming in here. No. Ooh, it's an American. Nope. They're looking at your character. And that's the way all of us should be. Don't judge people by their skin color. Everybody deserves a first, second, and third chance, even more if that's what it takes. And we all want it. And we all receive other chances to do better. So if this video can help someone, if this video can help somebody, then I'm happy because I learned what's going on. I'm all mixed up. I'm all mixed up with different races according to my DNA, and some of it I already knew about. Because yes, we do see difference in skin colors in families. You see the pale skinned ones, you see the dark ones, they came from some other race. So all y'all haters out there, you know who you are. You just being a fool. You're hating and don't even know where the root cause of your hatred came from until today. So spread this message to your hate groups. Dark-skinned Africans, African Americans, and pale-skinned Caucasian Anglo-Saxons and Welsh people, British people, English people. Learn the seed of where your hatred came from and began. It's not about you. It's not about me. It is about them. They are the one that's manipulating and controlling people's feelings, emotions about others. And then they sit back, feel good, and laugh at all of y'all like they used to laugh at me. So that's who started out that hate, is people who were mixed, and they knew that they had African and dark-skinned race bloodline in them. They felt afraid and they felt angry whenever a dark-skinned person came. And you know, that kind of make you think too. I've seen neighborhoods with an average Caucasian, they still live on their land, even though African American people in the neighborhood. Why is it that people who's supposed to be Caucasian or Anglo-Saxon and Welsh started moving out of the neighborhood? No, that was those mixed race people. They didn't want them to identify them because, like they say, somebody knows somebody. That's who moved out of the neighborhoods. The African Americans went into mulatto neighborhoods, and the mulattoes, they move out because they didn't want to be identified as being African American mixed. So please stop all this hatred. Go have a DNA test done. See what you find out about yourself. I did. And you already know some of your history. Have a wonderful, blessed, hate-free day. I love you guys. And love means I care about you. Thank you for tuning into my channel.